Creepy Kentuckian here with you from DEADPIT.com with yet another review. This one's really interesting because it's a 80s slasher mashup. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It has quite a fan base. It's one of the last remaining movies to hit the disc format that I can think of, at least. I'm sure there's plenty more. Deluxe treatment from Arrow Video of Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge from 1989. It had a VHS release, and I think that was it. Maybe a Laserdisc, I'm not really sure. But as far as DVDs, Blu-rays, anything like that, this is the very first, at least official release for the movie, which has a weird array of actors and actresses in it. You will definitely know Paulie Shore, Rob Estes from Silk Stockings, Morgan Fairchild is in this, Ken Foree is in this. And like I said, this was one of the last holdouts that had not been on any format. And our buddies at Arrow Video gave it a pretty sweet deluxe limited edition set, which this one is becoming kind of difficult to obtain. I think it was out of stock on Amazon already. So if you want the bonus baby with all these extras and stuff like that, I would not hesitate to pick this up. I would almost guarantee they're not doing a repress of this limited edition. I actually still have my old school Phantom of the Mall VHS tape. This one has a weird cult fan base. Let's talk about the movie. The film opens up the opening of a new mall in the town, which Morgan Fairchild is the mayor of the town. And there is a mysterious phantom of the mall that is lurking around, right? They don't build up any sort of suspense with this at all. They give away the whole movie with the name, oddly enough. But as it turns out, a year prior, on the same grounds that the mall is on now, there was a house fire with Eric and his girlfriend, Melody. Melody survived the house fire. Eric supposedly did not. But there's a lot of clues going around. They think, is Eric alive? Could it be Eric that's the Phantom of the Mall? And just chaos ensues from there. Of course, like some evil folks wanted the property for themselves. There's kind of like, oh, what's going on with that? So you've got Rob Estes, who's a reporter, is on the case with young Melody, who is working at a restaurant in the new mall and has sightings of this phantom, which she thinks, hey, could it be Eric? What's the deal? This Phantom of the Mall is one of those weird movies where and there's a documentary on this too, and we'll talk about it. It's almost like, how the hell did this even get any form of a budget to be made? Because it's just everywhere, man. I mean, this movie throws everything out there. You know, the basic plot of the movie is given away in the title. Like, they couldn't just call it Phantom of the Mall. Right? So, Eric is the Phantom, of course. And he ends up not being killed. He just maimed and really bad makeup effects. And of course, he wants his revenge. Okay? Eric's revenge on the people that destroyed his life. And now, for some reason, he is talking like the Black Scorpion in WCW circa 1990, because, his vocal cords were burnt and charred as well. It's kind of everywhere. I gotta say, though, it's way past due that this one got a decent release. It got a better release than it ever had the right to get, to be honest with you. Now, this is some awesome artwork here. They did a bang-up job on this. The artwork and the presentation of this set is way better than the actual movie. Not to say the movie, it's an enjoyable movie, but in a so bad that it's good kind of deal. A Troll 2 kind of deal. Maybe not as good as Troll 2, but You know what I'm saying. It's the same sort of thing. Paulie Shore, I think this is one of his very early roles. He doesn't have like a major role in this movie, but he is kind of one of the supporting actors in that. Now for Rob Estes, this is one of the only big, I don't know if you would consider it big, but only leading roles that I can remember him ever being in a movie. I'm thinking this one didn't get hardly any theatrical run. Mainly this old videotape. And people kind of gotta... Okay. Look at that fucking... Like, seriously. That's Fan of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. There's some funny shit in this. Like, just out of nowhere, like, for some reason, Eric knows karate. You know, he's in these fight scenes, he's doing some taekwondo goodness and all that. And there's one scene where Melody kind of gets attacked in a parking lot, and he's on the roof of the mall with a bow and arrow and takes this guy out. Just weird random stuff like that. It is an interesting movie. It's entertaining, but it's not particularly good. I will say, though, Arrow Video does a great job with this release. This movie looks amazing. It was restored from the original camera negatives, I believe, and it's remastered in 2K. It's actually loaded with special features, and this is a limited edition, which I've talked about quite a few of these limited editions over, the last couple of years on the show. And it's a 2-disc edition with multiple cuts of the movie. Our good buddy Michael Slipcase Felcher does a 42-minute documentary on the making of the movie with some of the cast and crew and stuff like that. And a lot of them shit all over the movie too. They're like, this is just... Evidently it had an original draft that they were wanting to... I think that's what got the movie greenlit. But then so much was changed and it kind of got messed up over the... revisions of the draft and all that. But yeah, lots of cool stuff in this. Let's show you the physical stuff. You get the box, of course, here. It's nice hard box. And as always with these editions, you have the reversible cover. So this is the newly commissioned artwork. But if you're a fan of that shitty video artwork, there you go. Fan of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, and Fry's Home Video Glory. Also included in here, lobby card reproductions. And I'm not sure if they even made lobby cards for Fan of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. But whatever they used here, it's pretty cool that they included and took the time to look at that shit. So 2 discs. The theatrical or the original cut, the fan cut. There's a TV cut of it. Was this ever on TV? I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure if the limited edition is out, you'll still be able to get the standard Blu-ray. Cool stuff in the limited edition includes, of course, the book. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Which includes photos and just, a complete rundown of they use a lot of baby blue with Fan of the Mall, which I think works pretty well. And they talk about all aspects of the movie in here. It's a very nice matte finish. You've got close to 60-page book here. Anything you ever wanted to know about Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge is in this book. Rounding it all out, they did include a poster as well. There's the newly commissioned art. And oh yeah, everyone's favorite, the theatrical artwork. Which I'm sure if there's a Fry's Home Video poster for this thing, it's very, very difficult to find. Also, I want to take a freeze frame of the back of the disc. Absolutely loaded with special features and stuff like that. Some of the stuff included is audio interviews with the composer, new audio commentary with disc producer Ewan Cant and film historian Amanda Race, audio interviews with the associate producer, interviews with Richard Freeman, the director, screenwriters Scott Sneed, who actually worked on Silent Night, Deadly Nights, and they remastered all of the cuts in 2K, even the TV cut. The TV cuts, I'm not sure what the differences are. I mean, they probably edited out some gore and some decapitations and all that good stuff. There are some pretty decent gore gags and all that in this movie too. But yeah, this is a pretty amazing set from Arrow Video. They went above and beyond what they needed to do with this movie and just knocked it right out of the park. This is a cult movie, to say the least. It's a cult movie. Not a lot of people know about. Now, if you're going into this movie expecting a great film, you're not going to get that. But if you want to check out just some weird, obscure 80s cheese and a killer edition with multiple cuts, documentary, it's all in a great package here. The price on this thing is like $25 on Walmart.com. It's the only place I know online that you can still get it at retail price. This is a killer edition. I highly recommend everybody check this out. It's a long-awaited, much-anticipated release. Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. It's out right now. So check it out, arrowvideo.com. They always do a great job. Check us out over at DEADPIT.com. Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do.
I want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell. Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DEADPIT on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.